Hello there YouTube land, it is me again. This is going to be my first comic book review of the week. We'll start with a big one. Justice League issue number 22. That's the beginning of the Trinity War arc. So this is Trinity War part 1. I'll dive straight into it, and as usual in my reviews there'll be spoilers throughout. Right, in the beginning of the comic we have a young lass. Her name is undisclosed at the beginning. And she's gone into a tarot reading parlour owned by Madame Xanadu, asking for the help of Madame Xanadu. This Madame Xanadu, lots of Xanadus there, wasn't there? This Madame Xanadu, another one, is a member of Justice League Dark. She's like a spiritualist, mystic, sorcerer type woman. And she's been used in this by the writer Jeff Johns as a way of introducing the Trinity War arc, looking into the future, and also ushering in the beginning of the old storyline. It's a very good plot device, story device, really good. Okay, so Madame Xanadu, the first thing that she sees when she holds this young lass's hand is a guy called Shazam. Shazam, all you need to know about him is his alter ego is a 14-year-old boy called Billy, and Billy stroke Shazam have just defeated their main nemesis, a guy called Black Adam. In issue number 22, we have Billy saying that he needs to bury Black Adam. Black Adam is dead, and he's now residing in a urn in ash form. So what Billy stroke Shazam intends to do is fly off to the Kandak desert and give this poor Black Adam a burial. And why? Because even bad guys deserve to be buried, in the words of the young Billy chap. The next important storyline development that you need to be aware of in this issue is Pandora meeting Superman and Wonder Woman. Pandora, right, she's a young lady who's been around for quite a few hundred years. She discovered a skull in the forest. She was just a lucky little villager, I think, in some oldie style ancient village. She found a skull in the forest. She opened the skull and unleashed 7 deadly sins into the DC universe hundreds of years ago, and it's been hell on earth ever since, as people have been people have been involved in wrathful and lustful and all, all the sins, which makes people act out horribly to each other. Her intention in issue number 22 is to meet Superman, and because Superman is the purest of hearts, he's going to open up the skull and suck in these sins and make the world a better place. Unfortunately for her, it doesn't turn out quite as she'd hoped. There's bored Superman reacting to the skull, reacting very badly. Doesn't appear to have a good impact on him. And Pandora's response: he's more human than I realised. Bored Superman. Right. Next thing you need to know happening in this comic is that Justice League and the Justice League of America are heading off to the Kandak desert because they've realised that there's someone breaching the airspace of that country. Unfortunately for them though, the Kandaki military reached the scene first, and they arrived with tanks and start shooting at this Shazam stroke Billy character as he's burying his enemy. They're not aware of what he's doing. He's just sort of taking it upon himself to go into this country, and they've reacted badly to him. And because he's a 14-year-old kid, he's reacting badly back. He's started attacking the army, I think. Yeah, he's using his superhero powers, and he's saying, "Stop shooting at me." And then Superman turns up on the scene, and he punches Superman, reacting badly again, as maybe any 14-year-old boy would do. After he's punched Superman, the Justice League of America show up. There's a great double-page panel here. There's the Justice League and the Justice League of America. Lots of confusion going on, and no one's quite sure what's happening, and this Shazam, so Billy character, isn't helping things out at all because he's probably because he's immature, because he's a 14-year-old. He's not explaining what he's doing there in Kandak. So the next plot points you need to be aware of. There's Pandora. She's saying, I need someone else to help me, so she hasn't given up opening up this skull that she has. And we were introduced for the first time to a character called the Phantom Stranger. Phantom's plane realises something dodgy's going on, and he's saying who is behind this evil. We head off now again to the Kandak Desert, where terrible things are happening. These character called Dr. Light. Dr. Light has attacked Wonder Woman because he can't control his powers. He's a new member of the Justice League of America, and Superman's reacted badly because he's in a relationship with Wonder Woman, I guess. And he's attacked Dr. Light, and it appears that he's killed him. Oh dear, Superman's a murderer. Then we go back to the tarot reading parlour. So I'm just looking at my notes here. There's Madame Xanadu. She's realising that Superman did not do this. I need to warn the Justice League. But before she can do that, this young girl whose palm that she's reading, and who she's reading the tarot cards for, reveals herself to be a villain called Plastique, who's working for the Secret Society. And she tells Madame Xanadu, "You won't warn anyone about the future ever again." Big explosion in the palm reading tarot parlour, and it appears that Madame Xanadu's dead. So yeah, there might be 2 deaths in the first issue of the Trinity War. Madame Xanadu, who's seen the future, so has had to be silenced, and seen what's going on now and got to be silenced. And Superman, who's killed Dr. Light. 2 deaths. But this last page is really fantastic. But if I just show you that first. That's the Justice League and the Justice League of America full out war because of a misunderstanding, and because obviously Superman's appears that he's killed Dr. Light. He's a member of Justice League of America. That's Superman fighting the Martian Manhunter, who also appears to be a bit dodgy as well. He's got ulterior motives. And here's the last page I was talking about, which is very, very revealing. This guy here appears to be the main bad guy in this arc, in this Trinity War arc. He's a new character to me. His name is the Outsider, and if I just read a few things of this final page, for I find it quite revealing. And this Outsider is watching television, and the television is reporting what's happening in this in the desert with the Justice League fighting the Justice League of America. Reports coming in of an all-out war between the Justice League and the Justice League of America. 1 casualty, but I'm not sure. I believe it at the hands of Superman, that reads Dr. Light. This can't be true, the news networks are saying. And this Outsider is saying, "Ha! Thanks to me, everyone will actually believe that Superman's killed Dr. Light." So it appears that Superman hasn't killed Dr. Light. What's going on there? Was Superman perhaps influenced when he touched that skull? His eyes were turning red, so maybe wasn't quite in his right mind. There was another power almost like controlling Superman. Or maybe Dr. Light's not even dead. Who knows? We'll find out later on, obviously. And the Outsider says, "By the time the Justice League figures out what I'm up to, the world will already belong to us." So there's this sinister group of bad guys behind the scenes, manipulating events, getting the Justice League fighting the Justice League of America for their own ends. And that's the end of issue number 22. I hope my review made some sense. I've tried to be as concise as possible, but it is quite an involving read. As usual in Justice League, Ivan writes here. The art is fantastic. There's some really, really good panels, some very large panels. Very, very interesting stuff. Very, very, very enjoyable to read. If you're not buying Justice League of America and Justice League Dark, I advise you to jump on board for both those comics. They're both just as good as Justice League, really. It's hard to pick my favourites between all three of them. But yeah, the beginning of Trinity War. Really, 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 really good, really enjoyable. I'd probably give it a very, very strong 9.5 out of 10. Get it now. Really, really, really good stuff. Cheers.